Well, here we go again, y'all. It is that time of the year. It is the start of the Wind Waker Randomizer Tournament Season 6. We have qualifier number 1 today here for you. Uh, I suppose we can swap one over and actually show you who's racing today. God, that would be the smart thing to do. But we have Gymnast 86, KitKat, Jaznix 08, and OFC 2000 Alex. Wait a minute. Is this a Skyward Sword rando restream? Is this the wrong game?
Clearly. I mean, I am even here too.
Hold on. Vim, you take over. I gotta check on this. I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first qualifier for Season 6 of the Wind Waker Randomizer. I am Vermilion, and I have the super fun task of getting to hang out with you and talk about the game and be like, oh yeah, those are great tricks. I can't do that because I still haven't learned storage, even though I've been talking about this game for several years. So, just really having quite the time. Now, as we are of course joking, all of our wonderful runners we have here on Restream today are also runners of Skyward Sword Randomizer. And you've maybe even heard my voice over there for Skyward Sword Rando. But today, it is all about grabbing our Triforces and stabbing Ganon in his head for our victory. Now, a few things that you can expect for our tourney here today is we are going to be having 3 dungeons that we will be seeing. They're going to be race mode, so that means that for the 3 dungeons that we are not going to, they won't be having our various other items that we may need for the seed. So it's one of the great things about races. You don't have a item in a area that we don't need to go to. So with this, we should be starting here real soon. I'ma refresh my page just to make sure I am as ready to go as possible right there with y'all. So let's see where we are going to be starting off. We also have randomized starting island on. So we might start in a place where we end up doing a check you might not expect at the start. Let's see. Can I recognize where we are? Crescent Moon? No, Paw Print. We're on Paw Print. Yeah, might as well do these checks. Why not? So this is a pretty useful starting island, I think. Diamond Step is also a pretty useful one. Hyrule is unfortunately foolish. Big sad. So, okay, Power Bracelets here right off the start. Very interesting, very good. Going to open up a lot more of the checks here. Now, something you might notice if you are new to the game, the chest that you saw Jim open had spikes on it, but he kind of ignored another chest that was just kind of brown and regular, right? So we do also have chest size matches contents. So with that, that means the only chests we're looking for are the ones that are spiky. So taking a peek up there, I can never see when they do the peek. But we've been getting some alright stuff here off of the bat. And we are going to be continuing to go on. So one other important thing to make sure you are looking at is you might notice we don't have magic right now. Here in Season 6, we are starting with no magic. which means even if our players find the leaf or find their fire and ice arrows, they're also going to have to find their magic to be able to use it. So it just adds an extra layer of potential complication and just interesting viewing for all of us here. So, alright, a straight check. Oh, okay, it looks like we are going to, from Jasnex, potentially be flipping out here. I think we may be. If you are photosensitive, watch yourself. Look away from the left side, please. I do want you all to be safe. And Beetle just has a map. We don't need that map. But, you know, always good to check here pretty early. So it is not yet safe to look back. Just give us a little bit more time here, please. Safety first, as always. So what Jasnex is doing is he's going to Northern Fairy Island.
Hello.
See if we can do it this way. It will be not as good, but yeah. Apparently my headset is malfunctioning, so that is good to know. Disappointing, but good to know. Yes. So, all the things I've been saying that you haven't heard include, we have ourselves 3 dungeons, really cool. We have chest size masters content. We want to be looking for those spiky chests. They are going to help us make sure we get the things that we need. And we are also starting where we don't have magic, so even if we get our leaf or our fire and ice arrows, we won't be able to use them until we get magic, so that might end up making some of our routing a little bit more complicated. We don't have our knowledge yet, if I'm recalling from the hints about if we need our Tingle statue, so that's something we definitely want to just keep our mind on, seeing how that's going to go. Now, we are seeing a trick here, Lenzo Door Cancel from Jen. This one is pretty helpful. It helps us be able to get in and skip a sequence when we don't have the Picto box yet, so that's pretty good and pretty helpful. And we like that a lot. And I'd love to welcome in our second commentator joining me today. Please say hi.
Hey, sorry I was late. I was really speeding to try and get home on time.
Well, we're glad that you are here.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Looks like we're off to a fine race.
So, with that, some things that we have learned so far. We started on Paw Print, which is a pretty useful starting island in my opinion. And we actually got our power bracelets in Paw Print, which allowed us to check even more of Paw Print while we were there. So it was a pretty nice starting in the way I viewed it.
So do we have to go back to Paw Print?
I sure wasn't able to see when they did the peak. I can never see when they do the peak.
That's fair.
The screens are so small, and then it's so tiny, and I'm like, people did peak. I can just never see when they do that.
Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty tricky to see over the restream sometimes.
Now, something else that you didn't see, Jasnix did also clip into Northern Fairy Island early and was rewarded with a lot of money, which clearly means all of the 21 runners in this race totally should have run an agreement to do expensive purchases.
Yes, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Expensive purchases always need to be on.
Yes, exactly. It's the most obvious answer is that they clearly should have just done expensive purchases for everyone in the qualifier agreeing for them. And a sword
nice
for Jen.
Early sword.
That will make our bosses a lot nicer.
It looks like, to me, at least, on Alex's screen, he did check off all of Paw Print, so I'm gonna guess that we don't have to second dip. Which will be very nice.
I trust our runners to know what they peaked. It's just, I could not see it on my screen.
Yeah, mispeaking is not really a thing that good runners do. Only foolish runners like myself.
Alright, Jasnik's now also doing the door cancel to be able to get up into Lenzo here. KitKat is now in everybody's favorite island. Everybody loves it. Yep, that's totally not sarcasm.
100% best island right here.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it's spiky, so that's why it's everybody's favorite.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like my favorite is actually angular.
Angular can be pretty good.
But, you know, shout-outs to Claire. I hope Claire's having a nice day. But I do not love this island.
I mean, if it has a good item, it's okay. But it's when you get those foolish items that you never end up using that it's a real pain in the neck.
Just Size Match's content has been helpful for that.
Yes, that's true.
And a bottle.
It's an empty bottle.
You know what that means I'm gonna hope KitKat does here real soon?
Go save Grandma?
Exactly. Because, good grandchildren save Grandma. And because I do not believe
outset without that bottle, so he might have to come back
Heat-based
depending on
Slam
what
is not
that
racing
mail is.
today. So we will hopefully see Grandma saved by everyone. So, without Slam, there's a good chance Grandma will be saved, verily and truly. It's very important. Because, according to the Geneva Convention, Section 4, Article 20, not saving Grandma when able to is a war crime and punishable by up to 69 months in the soup factory. It's very, very important knowledge.
Alex going for this tricky roll clip. Only twice needed, so that was nice. See if Jaboon's Cave has anything.
Alright, now Jim is doing a set of islands that we are used to seeing in other settings, like one of the first things people did, but with Random Starting Island, we do get a bit more variation now. And so we're getting it still a bit early, but not nearly as early as we have in some of our previous seasons. Alrighty, So I didn't see Kit Kat peek. I'm sure Kit Kat peeked. I just somehow missed seeing him do the peek. Oh, and a peek there, and I sure cannot see what that was. There is assuredly something on top of Headstone, but I do not have a screen big enough to see what was on top of Headstone.
Yeah, same.
I can tell you it didn't look like a bow, but that's as much as I
Maggie holding her own letter, which with that mailbag that Alex got will come in handy. For less trips on Windfall, hopefully.
Alrighty, turning on the windmill now for Jasnix. Very good, very helpful. So with what's going on here, right now we're kind of seeing a bit of what we've seen other folks do, which means that it is time for me to shout out our trackers. Big thanks to Jukinian and to, I don't know if you want to be Xenox or if you want to be Xenu, whichever you prefer. They are great and they're going to help us have a great time as we are watching this here. And if you are interested in potentially tracking or saying words yourself, feel free to join our racing Discord. I sure don't have a link for that, but I'm sure somebody does. And also a quick shout out to, of course, our fantastic group of modders who help make things just look so much more fun. Including the Sans model we see Jasnix racing with here, and is that the conductor model? And the conductor model we see Alex using. They are great, and we absolutely love our modding community members. Love them. They are just fantastic folks. So, we're going to be clipping into DPR here for Jim. This was one of the first tricks that I learned back when I very shortly was actually playing, and it just made me feel so cool.
Yeah, honestly, same. Pretty simple. Some people can't get it, and that urges some people that I know to go learn how to do storage. But I think it's pretty simple. But either way, you learn a cool trick, whichever way you go.
So I know we have some people who are new to Wind Waker Rando, and if watching this has you think maybe you want to play it, that grapple skip into Bird's Peak Rock is a very beginner-friendly trick that you just feel really good about doing when you learn it. Did we get the fun camera angle? No. We didn't get the funny camera angle. Too sad. Alrighty. Jasnik's doing some mail checks. We are, still, aside from these mail checks, here in an era where we're just watching people do what other people have done. Just because you want to prioritize the check-dense places in the early game, they're the same places.
Link as many checks together as you can. Double vanilla letters. That's crazy.
Well, I can tell you exactly what's happening. You see, what's happening is the hash for this seed is Nehru. Hi! And that's clearly what's happening. Yes, this is a cup seed as well.
Yes. I am feeling like it doesn't really matter who rolls the seed. It's just like half the people in the community roll bad seeds and half the people in the community roll good seeds, and it's really just a toss-up. And after you roll your first seed, you're locked in for life.
Yes, that's Alka is absolutely correct. All first qualifier seeds need to make people question their choices a little bit.
Play the game or not to play the game. Yes, this is true.
So, some other things I suppose we didn't quite explain for those of you who are new to the game, just to try to help you be caught up with some other things. We do have a few quality of life improvements that we instantly have turned on. We will also be watching what Jin gets here in Ghost Ship. A good peek and...
Nothing.
I'm assuming it's nothing. I still can't see those, but he left, so we're just gonna say
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Yeah, I just base it off of their play. I'm like, yeah, I didn't see that, but it's fine. He left. I trust Gymnast knows what he's doing.
But we do have some really good quality of life improvements. So we have Swift Sail. We start our seeds right now with having Ballad of Gales, which allows us to warp around just from the start. We also have, of course, chest size mass content is a quality of life thing. So there are quite a few things we have going to try to just make this more enjoyable for our runners. So while we do, as viewers, say, we want silly things to happen for our entertainment, we do also want this to be enjoyable for the people running. And so we have definitely had some work done to help with some of the things that didn't feel quite as good. Now, it is time. And if someone in chat will join me, as I say, soup!
Ooh.
Thank you. Welcome in, Tanjo. We have gotten our first soup of the run. This is very important. This is an excellent time to comment the first soup of the run. Jim is checking here our vanilla leaf spot. I've heard of several people where in a lot of their practice runs for a 6th, magic was hidden up here. It's bombed
This time we
today.
have bombs.
Okay.
Man,
Alright.
all these vanilla locations holding crucial items.
But it looks like in a lot of people's practice for Season 6, they're on the top of the branch there has been an area where a lot of people have found a item that's been helpful. So it makes me wonder if Tuba were to do his 1,000 seeds spoiler log probability rate, if that would indeed be a high probability location in these settings.
I don't know, I feel like every time I've ran a Season 6 seed, it's always a treasure chart up there. I've kind of lost faith in checking it.
KitKat now also going for the roll clip into Jabloom's cave. And we are getting ready for a big pig move from Alex. Very good, very important. This is a lot of people's favorite check. But it doesn't happen every time. That looks good. And a yeet. Very good, very good. Meanwhile, Jim is checking my favorite island.
Angular, vanilla magic, for Season 6. I want to know the probability of this being magic every time.
Oh, spiky, spiky.
Oh, iron boots today. I guess technically necessary, but
they're just not as exciting unless you're doing Iron Boots Ganondorf strats.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that.
There's only one person who does it, and he is also my arch nemesis because he doesn't save Grandma. So, I do quite enjoy the Iron Boots Ganondorf strat. But you also have to save Grandma.
Saving Grandma, obviously, essential to this entire game.
Yes.
Number 1, it gives you the most powerful item in the game. And I don't really have a number 2, honestly, but...
And, number 2, she also sends you a piece of mail.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just another thing you might need to complete the game, and that's a wallet.
Looked like that was a wallet, yeah.
So that'll be wallet mail. Okay.
Have we found our path to, what was it? I believe it was Valhalla was mail? Yeah, mail was path to Valhalla.
Ahead. Godon is ahead. It's okay. I got you, chat. I got you, chat. Yeah, I don't think we have. Because path to Godon would be near shield or light arrow, so probably a shield or arrows, most likely. And we have not found a shield or arrows, so
there's the bow, though.
There's the bow, and that's wallet mail. That might be our path to Valhalla. It could be our path to Valhalla. But that said, that's only one bow, and we kind of would like more bows. However, getting more bows isn't really going to be too helpful until we get magic.
This is true. This is very true. Well, does Jaznix have a bow? I see on his tracker that or not his personal tracker, I guess, but on his
So I think the first bow that we found so far is
was
wallet
wallet
mail, so I
mail.
don't think
Okay.
so yet. At least I haven't caught us finding another bow.
Okay.
But you know, I also found out that my headset stopped working, so that kind of frazzled me a little bit. If you would please join me for yet another round of soup. Yes, very good, very
Yes.
good, very tasty. Mm-hmm.
I see. I see that I misspoke when I was talking about Jaznix. I realized their trackers pop up next to their screens. I thought it went over their screens, so that was my bad.
No, you're good, you're good. There is a reason why you commentate or you track. You do not try to comment track. That
Never
is
at the same
Montgold
time.
patent
That's
pending.
for sure.
At least here on ZSR, they don't ask you to do that, and we sure do appreciate that. Because I am not good at comment tracking.
Yeah, it's really hard to focus. I mean, I already have 4 screens in front of me, and I don't know which one to focus on, and I keep missing every check.
Alrighty, and that should be... Oh, that's a quiver for Jasnix.
And the Hoya tail.
I thought that was gonna be the bow, but that is a quiver. Whoops. Pitcut is starting Zunari's trading quest. So that means likely we'll be seeing a trip to Great Fish here in his future. And nice bunk. The mail, I believe, was on wallet mail. Yeah. Did I say the mail was on wallet mail?
The bow was wallet mail.
Whoops. I was answering the question just now with the right words.
Looks like Jim is going for leafless golf.
Yes, he did practice this before.
I am a little concerned, though, because I don't think he has hookshot either. So if this chest is spiky, I don't know how he's planning on getting it.
Yeah, you know, I don't know either. I mean, could just be checking to see if... Oh, no, just getting salvage core. Just getting salvage core. Pitcut saying, "Hello, Ankle. Would you like to give me money?" And Ankle says, "Yes, I would like to give you money. I would also like to give you a bait bag."
Take this bait bag.
Hey, bait bag gives us our bait bag, so we can get bait. So we can get our big pig and we can go eat.
Yep.
Very important.
And in this case, we can also go get our wallet.
Also very helpful. I sure am not keeping track of Tingle statues.
Yeah, I don't know where they were all found.
Yeah, I sure have not been keeping track of Tingle statues. Sorry. There's like 5 of them. But overall, I'd say the seed has been pretty okay so far. We've got a sword, got a bow, getting bombs 30 minutes in. This is an alright seed so far.
Yeah. Plus, we know where 2 pearls are, so that helps.
Yeah.
We just gotta find the actual important one to potentially every seed.
Alright, that looks like a good skew from KitKat. And we are going to get ready to have another very good eat. Jasnik's doing our trading here with our Goron. And let's get our reward from our piggy. Da 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 da! It's a pro. We already knew this, but you know, it's still pro. So, chat, why don't you give me a guess as to where you think Feyor's pearl will be? Unless it was hinted. If it was hinted and I just forgot, I forget sometimes. Was it hinted?
I don't think it was.
Wasn't hinted. Okay, chat, give me
Din's
some
pearl
guesses.
was, so...
Give me some guesses. What do you think it would be? Ooh, Earth Temple Basement and Feyor Mail is magic. Okay, Creep. These are some spicy guesses.
Yeah, that would be so cruel of the seed to do.
I mean, they're fun. I like them.
Technically, logically possible.
Alrighty. And we got ourselves a boomerang here.
Not
Boomerang
super
is
helpful.
not the most helpful in these settings and with players of this skill level.
But it does kind of help speed up PG if you ever hit bats.
Yes, that was Boomerang on Island of Steel. So the setting that, of course, it's the most useful in is if we have platforms on, but we don't. But that is certainly what would make it most. Oh, Jasnix, that's a dangerous position. Jasnix, you might be getting towed. Jasnix, be fast. And a bottle.
Another bottle? More soup?
Okay, you were fast enough. You did not get towed. But, so for those of you that don't know, in Season 4, we found out that if you leave your boat there for too long, Beetle will tow your boat. Yep.
Slowly push it away. And laugh while you run out of air, trying to catch up.
So, ever since then, we are now quite aware that it's a dangerous place to park your boat. Alright, Jasnik's now back here. So I'm going to say the thing that they checked earlier that I couldn't see is probably useful.
I think this is his first... I think this is Jasnix's first trip. Operant.
You know, Boomerang is useful for killing rats in the rat sub. You are correct. Alright.
Oh, there's Feyor's
there's
pearl.
Feyor's pearl.
I 100% missed what mail that was, though. I want to say it was Grandma mail.
Grandma's mail, I think. No, note to Mom? Okay. Thank you, Jakinian.
Yeah, thank you. And Feyor's mail is the hook shot, so...
Cabana Deed.
Oh, Jim, that's the wrong one.
That's David Jr. We don't need to talk to David Jr.
Yeah.
So, that makes things interesting. Because that'll give us access to Tower of the Gods. But Tower of the Gods is just really not a place you want to go without Leaf and Magic.
This is true.
You can go there without Leaf and Magic, but nobody wants to go there without Leaf and Magic.
There is a chance both are in .g, I suppose, but that would just be a bad time.
Logically, they could both be there. Yes, Leafless Tachi was indeed a classic in S5. I think the only seed I rolled for S5 had Leafless Tachi, and then I was told I was not allowed to roll seeds anymore for the rest of the season. Is what I recall.
It's fine. Tough seeds only make you a better runner. Jim
yes,
did have that yeet.
a very good yeet. Thank you, chat, for calling that out while I was getting some water. And it is time, once again, for Soup! That was very important. KitKat will be about to get his bombs here. Oh, Jim forgot bait? Is that what happened? Well, yeet! This time I'm not drinking water, so I can say it. And that is bombs for KitKat. Alex depositing some mail. Will be quite pleased with what he gets in the near future from it. And a yeet from Jasnix as well. Very good, very good. Quiver for KitKat. We always like having more arrows when it comes time to fight our big bad at the end.
Still only Alex to find the bow, though.
And that is the pearl for Alex. And the pearl for Jasnix.
Now, will he go
and
back
for
to
Goda.
Alex?
Yes,
Right
we also do quite enjoy having a quiver upgrade for Goda. That is also very true. We just in general like having a quiver upgrade.
There's
Alright,
Alex's hook shot.
Beacon. I sure could not see that from that angle. Gonna try again with a different angle, or does Jim just know and was able to see things that I could not see? I'm gonna
Probably
go
could see things that we could not see.
see.
Would not be surprised. Although he hasn't marked it off on his trackers.
So the wallet that we found was on top of Headstone.
Yes.
Which is available to our runners, as they do have feedback. But it's a little bit out of the way, so it's not a check that a lot of them are going to be like, let's go!
Yeah, we'll probably see them get it while they're trying to enter ET. Unless...
Alright. Peek that well, Jasnix. There you go. Good job. Now trying to get a duped pair. Looks like he got it. Kamali's father, given the hook shot to Kit Kat. Alex picking up the iron boots. And Jim picking up the boomerang.
It got going for Tot G this early.
Ooh! Oh, do you
Might
want to know who's
be
ahead?
the play.
I can tell you who's ahead. It's Godon.
Chat.
Godon is ahead. The
There's
bot
both.
doesn't
Yes.
have it right today. The answer is Godon is ahead.
Godon is always ahead. That is why he is in the longest of dungeons.
So we see two of our runners here in Tot G. Ooh, spiky chest.
Spiky.
Okay. What's it gonna be? It is...
The Picto Box.
Huh. Well, that's an item. It's not helpful yet.
I mean, we don't know. It could be Pompey and Vera. The
A
magic could be
key.
behind Pompey and Vera.
I feel like people don't do that until they have
Double
both
keys.
Picto boxes, and then they do Pompey and Vera and Miss Windfall.
Sometimes.
Right now, we
prefer to
don't
do
have
both.
any idea who's actually ahead. No one has significant progress over the others right now. If it does become apparent there's someone who's ahead, we'll let you know, but at least from what I am looking at, I don't see anyone who I would say, yes, they are ahead at this moment.
There's the second sword.
I mean, right now, Alex does have a bow. Our other friends don't yet. But Jasnix will be getting a bow here shortly. He picked up the wallet.
I think Jasnick's already picked up his bow.
Oh, did he? He
Yeah.
did. I was focused on the players in Tot G at that time. My bad! Sorry, I just got so focused on Tot G that my brain said Tot G. Both Kit Kat and Alex choosing to do hop across.
Yeah, I mean, we found both our small keys already, so you never know. Especially without lead.
Jasmine is choosing to see Cyclos. Alright. Ooh, that's spiky. Yep.
There's our fire and ice arrows from Cyclos.
I think that's a funny placement, but we also don't have magic yet, so...
This is very true.
Give us magic! That's not spiky.
How do our runners feel about a leafless Taji?
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that means that the bow that we got from Mail is supposed to be our path. But, well, no. There could be something else that could be path to Jalhalla. But we still don't have any shields, so I'm more inclined to think that it's a bow to light arrows eventually. Hmm. Well, we'll see.
It got at Oasis with that spiky chest. And there's our first shield.
Our first shield! Hey! Yay! We need that.
So now Mel can reintroduce another shield.
So, once again, for those of you who are new to Wind Waker Rando, we do need at least one shield to beat the game. We don't need Mirror Shield to beat the game, but we do need at least one shield. I may have forgotten this a lot during Season 5. Yes, you do not need Mirror Shield, but you do need a shield. Yes, you might need it for Earth Temple.
Unfortunately, KitKat did not break into Cabana, so
where did
might have to come back.
KitKat has Cabana Deed. He wouldn't need to break in.
Oh, then he just didn't go for it.
Yeah, he has Cabana Deed.
Huh.
No one else has Cabana Deed, but KitKat has Cabana Deed. But yeah, a lot of
he might
runners
not want to do it hammerless. I had to do that maze vanilla for a very long time before I even knew any of the tricks, so I'm very familiar with the hammerless route. Just because I know where to go. Oh, but Jim is going into Cabana.
And those are iron boots for KitKat. So, we don't always get to see Hammerless Cabana. I actually really like seeing Hammerless Cabana, so for me this is always something really fun when we get to see it.
Oh, very okay. Yeah. Not even a good trick.
The hammer trick is also a pretty beginner-friendly trick if you're looking to learn some tricks just to make your randomizer life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So KitKat is going for Pompey and Vera. That's an interesting choice. Was that hinted?
It was not, no.
Well, that's an interesting choice then, isn't it?
My luck with Picto boxes for Season 6 so far have been, they're pretty much always on Windfall for me. So it might be a good choice. It might pay off.
Oh, me neither, Star Rice. I do not even try. I mean, I don't play. Storage is... I just never wanted to actually learn it. Magic on command melody, though? That's gross. Gross. That'll be a good thing to ask our runners how they felt about.
Maybe we can find the double magic out there in the wilderness and get lucky.
Alright. What do Pompey and Vera have?
Our last sword.
Sword!
Go.
Alright.
looks like Jim is potentially following suit.
Yeah, still no Triforce. Ooh, just a little bit short there.
Just missing. Doing anything in Tachi with the grapple feels very weird, since you usually have the leaf.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason people don't like Tachi without leaf. You know, I see what people are saying, but I have seen Earth Temple do enough wild things that I am not anywhere near ready to say somebody's ahead.
Very true. I know for one of the mini blend seeds, I think it was one of the grand finals, bombs were in the bottom of Earth Temple. That's just absolute pain. So
Like, it just, Earth Temple is one of those dungeons that when you get it, an upset can absolutely happen, is how I feel about it. I don't know if that's true, but like, that's emotionally my reaction to having Earth Temple.
I'd say that's a justifiable emotion, for sure.
Oh no!
You DNF'd over a single save frame?
I mean, it happens. No, we have not seen the first chest in Earth Temple yet. And Jim is back in Tachi. And he doesn't need to be back in Tachi right now. But he doesn't know that.
In the bow?
So he's back in Tachi. Yeah, losing around 7 minutes, that's certainly an understandable reason to forfeit. Because 7 minutes is a lot of time in a race.
Star Ice, I agree. What Jim doesn't know will almost definitely hurt him, yes.
And there's magic for Jasnix. And we're about to get magic for KitKat.
And our first, a piece of the shard.
Our first Triforce piece. Finally. Goodness gracious. That sure took a while, huh?
Now, will this be leave? No, there's no deluxe Picto. So I guess going all of Tachi was really the move before dipping back into Windfall.
Yes, right now Jasnix is the only one who can use magic, that is correct.
That second bow was on Cyclos, which I'm surprised none of the runners have done yet.
Well, KitKat and Jim can't right now.
That's true.
So our first bow is on wallet mail.
And wallet
And
was
the
on
wallet
top of
that we
Headstone.
found, yeah, was on top of Headstone.
And I don't remember where the bait bag was, but it was there, for sure.
Bait bag was on Ankle.
That's right.
And that is magic for Jim. Yeah, it feels like it's really unfortunate for Jim and KitKat to be climbing Tower of the Gods without a bow.
Yeah. I don't think we found Big Key yet. I think it's vanilla Big Key at this point. So yeah, it's real unfortunate. There were no bows in Taji.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alex has the Big Key. I missed where he picked that up. It might have been Mini Boss. Or second, not Crypt, because that's ET, but...
It could be one of the bow locked checks.
Yeah, maybe. I think it was probably either first or second. Shoot, I forget what they're called.
I know what you're
The
talking about.
statues
Floating
that
platforms?
jump.
Is it
No,
called?
floating platforms were both spiky. One was the Picto Box, and the other one was something else. Oh, it was the shard, the first shard that we found.
Yeah. Oh, KitKat is in the correct place.
But just
Oh
going
no,
into
KitKat!
ET.
No,
No,
slow down, slow down,
stop.
KitKat.
Go
Stop.
back.
No, backwards. Ah! Oh no. I mean, maybe this is also a right place to be.
Yeah, maybe we find Leaf in ET.
Yeah, also be good. We love that.
Oh, KitKat went into ET without getting the headstone check, the top of
Which
island.
is wallet, which leads to wallet mail, which leads to a bow.
Which leads to second bow.
Okay, Jim is also going the correct direction, but will he slow down at the entrance?
I'm
It would
not
be very
confident he
unfortunate.
will. It's not feeling like he's gonna.
Oh no.
No, he will not.
No! KitKat, Jim, why are you doing this?
It looked
It's
like he tried
because
to
you
go for the
don't
peak and then
know.
just didn't equip the telescope.
Yeah. Well.
First room, spiky chest. Love to see it.
It looks like we've got a potential hint reading problem. But this is our first boss defeated.
That's true.
Godon has been felled and grants Alex passage.
And Kit Kat has found the second shard.
Look on top of the island, Kit Kat. Look on top of the island.
Recheck. Just because
Go
wallets
up.
look like bottles doesn't mean they are.
Look up. Yes. No. Maybe. One over. No. No. You go back to the menu you were on. You were very close. Let's go to the bait bag. No. The bait bag, Kit Kat. He can clearly hear my coaching.
Yeah.
It's why he totally equipped the bait bag. Oh, don't go back. You're so close. No, you're so close. Come on. No, Kit Kat. Ah.
I believe in you.
Come on. You're right there. Just no, almost. Come on.
Up and to
and
the
then
right.
over.
Up and to the right.
Come on, you're so close. It's literally right there. Okay, you're going to reread the heads, and then you're going to be like, oh, wait a second. Come on. Come on, Kit Kat. I'm trying to... Okay. Wait, yes. Up and over. You're so close. Come on, just go up. And then over. And just... No. Up and over. Come on, Kit Kat. You can do it.
I will say it is truly unfortunate that it was hinted that an empty bottle is in Headstone Island.
Wait, Jim? No, Jim! No!
Nope.
Kit Kat! No! Oh!
Well, there's always the second wallet they could find.
But no, they will be running out of checks very soon.
Yeah. Jim still has not... Does Jim not have the bait bag?
Jim has the bait bag.
He hasn't checked off that Headstone is dead, I don't think, on his personal tracker. I can't quite see clearly, but I don't think he has it checked off that it's dead. There's hope.
Bait bag. Bait bag. Yeah. Think about it. Bait bag. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure for wallets it's just one ascend logic.
I believe they both show up as spiky, though.
They should both show up as spiky, but...
Yeah. But only one is needed, that's for sure.
So who knows where the other one is?
Yeah.
Come on, Kit Kat. You can do it. You were so close.
I mean, he's on Pop Print. It's...
Well, I said he was close, not he is
yeah.
close.
Yeah, maybe when he goes back to ET, then he'll figure it out.
Meanwhile, Jasnik's having a good Godon fight.
And Alex going to go get his fire... lights, actually. Oh, sorry. Fire and ice.
Fire and ice. Fire and ice.
These trackers not being over the videos is really still messing with me.
Come on, Jasnix. Not Jasnix, I meant to say Kit Kat. But also Jasnix, good job beating your first boss. You did great.
You are officially
check those
ahead
heads.
of the
and
head.
Slow down on the bottle. Slow down on the bottle. You can do it. You're so close. You can do it. I believe in you. You can figure it out. You're a smart kid. You got this. Come on. Y'all are smart. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on. You can do it. Check on top of headstone.
We do
You can
all need
figure
her
it
as a
out.
life
Just think,
coach.
where's a place that I thought maybe I should check that I didn't check, or that I could check, and then maybe I just read it wrong. I know you can get there. I know you'll get there. You can do it. You can do it.
I think Jim is going for golf right now. Since he has that hook shot, he can get to the chest. So
I know that the hint is not the best, and we will talk about it
we'll
probably
talk about it
after
in a
the raid.
minute.
Um,
Minako dead. Unfortunate.
but you can figure it out. I believe in you. Just think, what would confuse me? To be fair, if it was me, that'd be a lot of things, and it wouldn't actually be a helpful question. But you are much better at this game than me, so it might be a helpful question.
Yeah, so fights, our second bow is on Cyclos, which you need the first bow to do.
So we're gonna see what is here on golf. Oh, it's
Dead
not
golf.
spiky.
Unfortunate.
Ouchies. Check headstone. Please, KitKat, I am trying to psychically convey to you to check headstone. Come on, you can do it, you can figure it out. Both you and Jem, come on, you can do it. Let's see what Creep has.
We believe. We gotta believe.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, unpausing. Wait, is this an idea? No? Yes? No, you were so close. Come on, you were almost there. You almost had it, KitKat. And we're checking Fire Mountain. Ooh, we're checking Fire Mountain. That's an interesting choice, Alex.
I mean, it feels pretty logical to me. Like, if you're not going into a dungeon, this is kind of like the last time that's optimal to check Fire Mountain. I have low hopes, but
I can see how people could. So, Jim thinking maybe he mispeaked. Okay. Um,
so maybe that will lead him to think that he mispeaked Headstone too.
go to Headstone. Go to Headstone.
I honestly don't even know if Jim peaked Headstone. Like, I know it looked like he was going to for a second, but then he didn't equip the. Oh, Alex, that's so sad.
Alright. What does Mr. Creeb have for us? Mr. Creeb has.
There's the second shield.
Second shield. Okay. So that'll mean that my favorite check will be in logic once we get things in a bit. Because, you know, Angular Isle, best Isle.
It got
So
really struggling here.
it's so unfortunate. And the thing is, it will definitely not just be these two that we have here that are getting confused by this hint.
Fire Mountain, nothing.
Fire Mountain dead.
Always throwing, always throwing. The biblical term of Fire Mountain is always throwing.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I hope that heals well, Admiral. That sounds painful. Okay, not quite. Not quite for Kit Kat. Okay, Jim.
I'm going
Still not
back into
quite.
Tachi.
Come on. Oof. So Kit Kat thinking he mispeaked, it looks like. Um, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This makes sense for Jasnix here. Right now you can
Alex.
safely say
Alex
that,
and Jasnix are doing pretty well right now.
yeah, you can
Like,
safely
they're
say
at
that,
least not lost.
yeah. On stream, they are clearly in the lead. Okay. Slow down. Okay. Okay. Slow down. Okay. Here, stop. Nope, go back. Come on.
Oh, come on, Jim.
You can do it. You can
I
do
believe
it.
in both Jim and Kit. Sending good vibes their way.
Yeah, it says bottle in headstone, but it
Yeah,
looks like
not
people
bottle
are misreading it as bottle on headstone.
Yeah. I will say that's probably my least favorite aspect of the item hint, is that it's relative to what you do to get the check. So like Grandma Mail is a hint to outset. It's not one of the marked hints that is actually associated with the outset quadrant.
Yeah. Okay, we have another idea.
Necessarily.
Nope, we're going to Windfall again. Okay, Spiky here and Ice Ring.
There's our second wallet, so
Well, they're not getting that.
they just need to go get Fire and Ice, which they can't.
Yeah, no, it is a good confusion to be aware of.
Yeah, for sure.
But I imagine it is very frustrating for them.
Kit Kat just spinning in circles, having the time of his life.
The thing is, I'm not sure I wouldn't have gotten not confused. Let me rephrase that. I'm not sure I would have correctly read the hint. That's a much more sensible way of saying that.
Yeah, I am absolutely terrible at peeking top of headstone, so I always have to like double peek it anyway. But yeah,
Okay.
I could easily see myself making the same mistake.
Okay,
Jim.
okay.
Warp to outset. Hear me out. Warp to outset.
Good. Got to outset.
And I think you've peeked like all the other chests that you've already peeked.
I'm pretty sure they are out of things because they crossed things off. They're out of checks, and it's just because they misread a hint. Oh, okay. Go to headstone. You can do it. I believe in you. We now have Jasnix visiting my favorite island. Hi, Jasnix! This is my favorite island. I'm glad you're here.
It does.
And there's
look...
Mirror Shield, which means that Alex can go visit my favorite island again.
Yes. Does look like Lena has DNF'd as well, so I wonder if this is just... I wonder if everybody's making the same mistake.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the DNFs are mostly going to be from this hint.
We know that this is unfortunately dead for Alex, but obviously he's not gonna know that.
So the hint that got misread is that bottle is in headstone.
Yeah. So
It
we have
is being
wallet on top
read
of
as
headstone, which leads to
bottle
our
is on
first bow, and technically
headstone.
second bow. So the item hints, as far as I can discern,
Hi, Lenampy.
Lena.
Your bow
So
is
your
on
bow
wallet mail.
is on wallet, and the
And
wallet is on top of headstone, which
yes.
everybody seems to have mispeaked. And then second wallet is on ice ring, so you wouldn't be able to find the second wallet either way, because Cyclos has your
No,
second bow as
no,
well.
your bottle is inside of the temple.
Yeah.
You see, it said in headstone, not on headstone.
And as far as I can tell from the item hints, is it will always just refer to the quadrant that the check is associated with, not necessarily how the check is associated with the tracker.
Yeah. It's, as you can see, we also have Jim and KitKat being confused by the hint as well. Yeah,
Rick doesn't know either. Man,
it's unfortunate.
one hint bringing down the entire community.
And I mean, it's really a thing that, like I said, once again, if I was playing, I easily could have gotten confused about it too.
Yeah, likewise. Like, I do not think that this is. I think it's an overall problem that we would all face, not necessarily a talent.
Alrighty, it is time for our fourth and probably final. Get ready to say it with me. Soup!
Oop. Yep, it does look like KitKat did DNF. That's super unfortunate. Jim does look like he's having a hard time debating whether to hit that forfeit button.
Yeah,
But he will read his hints again, and maybe he'll get it. Well, he did stop for a very long time on that hint, so here's hope. I think he's got it.
Oh, please, please.
I think he's figured it out.
Oh, this is the
I think
correct
we're all
direction.
good.
This is the correct direction.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, oh, my heart hurts for you. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
I
likewise.
still have absolutely no idea how I messed up. So come on, guys, spill the beans. What did I do wrong
So
this time?
top of headstone was a wallet, which led to your first bow, and then your second bow was on Cyclos, and the second wallet is on Ice Ring, so you wouldn't be able to find the other wallet either way. But it looks like everybody's mispeaking top of headstone and just thinking that it's wallet, so it's tripping a lot of rounds up.
What was the hint though? There's like a
The
hint
hint-
for Headstone.
The hint was
There's a bottle.
there's a
in
bottle in
Headstone.
Headstone, and as far as I can tell, about these hints, is it will always refer to the quadrant rather than the quadrant where you get the check, rather than the actual association with the tracker.
That is absolutely correct. I know that for a fact because I had this happen to another seed, where it hinted something. I think there was like something on Frosthaven and it hinted it in FW. I think that called me out at the time as well, but in that seed, but it didn't actually matter in that seed because it wasn't something that like blocked the entire seed. I guess in this seed though, it mattered way more, and I am very much kicking myself at that. But you know, it's hey, honestly, if there's a time when I would have a bit of a moment like this, I would want it to be in Quals, because at the very least, I know I can do more qualifiers that can outplay this. Pressure's a little bit on for those qualifiers now for me, but you know, and obviously I would love to come better. And also just, dude, I feel so bad because I got placed on the restream. I'm next to like Jaznix, Jim, Alex, all these awesome people, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I let you guys down a little bit by not performing at the same rate of these guys, but oh well, it happens, and
You
I guess just have to move
absolutely
forward.
did not let us
Yeah,
down.
you did not let us down. I think we all agree we would have fell for it, probably too.
I am very bad at logic. That would have absolutely gotten me. I would
Also,
have been just as confused.
it looks like so far 5 runners have DNF'd, probably to the same thing.
A lot of people are DNFing. This is like, oh my goodness. All right, yeah.
So by no means, I wouldn't think that you let us down in any way.
Absolutely not.
Jim did almost DNF.
You played really well. It's just that hint is very confusing.
It very much caught me off guard, and I guess I should have known better because I've encountered a situation like this before. If this is the first time, I could probably let myself out with this, but you know. But looking at the race time and seeing the X person is forfeited, it makes me feel a little bit better. I won't lie, so no, I'm not alone. But yeah, it's again, it happens. And I'm seeing some like, you know, big names forfeiting actually. So again, I know I'm not alone, but it still hurts a little bit. I won't lie. But as I said, we move forward. There are many other qualifiers to come for me, so keep my head held high. A bit more pressure on those ones for me, but it happens.
I mean, what I can say, you pulled off some really good tricks, right? Like, you cleared all of the checks that you were able to, except for where that hinted you, and you were doing really well.
Yeah, I still don't know how to do floor 1 skip in .g without the leaf. So, I would have never gotten magic even.
I think in general I played pretty well, honestly. I didn't make too many mistakes. I think I wasn't perfect. But yeah, I went bad, yeah. And you know, I can't be mad at my own performance for today. I think that, you know, if anything, it definitely gives me a little bit of confidence for future qualifiers. Because I think if I kept up this pace, I could have probably placed pretty high, which is good. But yeah.
Yeah. Your first qualifier is the time to reflect on misreading hints, I think, for sure.
Yeah. If you're gonna make any mistakes now, like, now's the time to do it. I feel, you know, just like get the mistakes out of the way, and not in like losers bracket. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just the fact that this is the first qualifier also thankfully means it's going to help so many people, because I think I also saw we have some new people who are interested in still participating and seeing where they place. And so I'm really glad that for our new folks who are joining the community, we're having this learning experience now. Because that would have, if you asked me to explain logic and hint logic, I cannot.
It's bad promotional material.
I cannot explain. So we are now here in the check, which is probably one of my least favorite checks because I always am like, oh no, I'm gonna get pulled in for Jasnix because I'm not very good at this game. It's why I talk about it instead of play it.
That's fair. Alex did not get storage off of that key chest, so he's gonna have to bring Medley. Well, maybe he's going back for a chest to get storage off of.
Alright, Jim is getting Creed. And that is Mirror Shield. That is a good point. We're almost an hour and a half in and we still don't have our leaf, which is a little bit gross.
Yeah, probably
certainly
basement
like
of ET. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Basement of ET.
That's a very rude thing to call.
Would make things interesting. Not
It
in a
would
good
make
way,
things
but...
interesting.
Who rolled this seed? This is a certified Cub seed.
Certified. Yep.
Now, I took out my certified stamp and I just went boop and certified it as a Cub seed.
I am absolutely terrified of what would have happened if Crane rolled this seed.
Yeah. Could not imagine.
Might have been no checks until you, except for bait bag, and then you guys would have go from there.
You know, I'm just saying, this makes the seed that I rolled in S5 where we had Leaf and hop across not seem so bad. Maybe I'll get allowed
Alex?
to roll seeds again this season.
The seed makes a lot of quote-unquote bad seeds look pretty tame.
Yep. And ET having our skull hammer, so we weren't gonna be doing Western or Thorn without breaking logic.
There was definitely some logic that has been broken, though.
Yeah. I think I probably joined in a little after that all happened, so unfortunately, I didn't see if it was helpful at all.
Northern had money. I don't remember what the other ones had.
And there's lights in ET as well.
Yep.
Nice.
They sure are there. Yep.
So now we're just looking for the rest of the Triforce.
Well, that does indeed tell us that it was in fact the bow from Wallet Mail. That was our path to Jalhalla, I'm pretty sure.
I believe so too. Yeah, that would.
Yeah. I'm very bad at logic, but because of what we got from Mail...
Or it could have been Farore's Pearl. Well, no, because you don't need grappling hook to... Or, not grappling hook. Hook shot to get through ET. So yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, the bow.
Lights on left side does result in a cursed seed. This is true.
Yeah, this seed is sure a thing. And I sure am glad that I am not trying to run it.
Apparently standard qualifier 1 seeds. So I'm very happy as a new runner myself that I didn't that I chose not to participate.
And there's our boss key for Jasnix. And he is just gonna save and quit. He's like, nah, this fight is not for me.
Understandable.
And we have 2 folks in the chat saying left side, best side. And I'm gonna press X to down on them. So I'll just go.
Yeah.
Boop.
I mean, one of them is Crane, so how reliable is that source, really?
Nice
I
Jim
don't
with
know.
the floor one skip without leaf as well there.
Crane is the person who taught me the very few tricks I actually know how to do.
The other wallet was on the
Ice
outside
Ring.
of Ice Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let us see here. We are continuing to finish up the dungeon now, doing right side. What sort of chests do we get? It is... I'm guessing that was not spiky because Jasnix didn't stay very long. Yeah, I'm just not fast enough to see with all of the small screens of all of the different runners all at the same time.
Commentating is hard.
Yeah.
I will say it's like I will say as a viewer, it's kind of a bit like not, you know, like I feel like as a viewer, it's easy to go, oh, you know, well, it's so easy to see what the runner's doing. Just look at the screens. No, I've been in the commentary booth enough times to know that when you're actually talking about them and trying to focus on literally every single detail about every single run, it's kind of hard. So you miss things.
Yeah, and I started
Yeah.
commentating in mini blends, so it was all like just 2 screens, and looking at 4 screens at the same time, I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
man, maybe I have OCD. I should probably go talk to a doctor about that.
No, yeah, Golden Devil makes a good point in chat. Commentary is much harder than you realize until you do it. Yeah, it's something that like you think is easy. You just watch the stream and talk about it, but you have to like really be paying attention. Because you know, if you think about it, like when you're just a viewer, how like are you paying attention to every single little detail? Probably not.
Probably choose one runner and stick with them.
Yeah, that's what I tend to do.
You can absolutely do commentary. It's just,
Yes.
for some people, it's easier to do commentary if it's just 2 folks, and that is a-okay and perfectly fine. And I would encourage you, if you're interested in it, try to make sure you're signing up for a race where someone with a little bit more experience is going to be there. And the most important thing, if you're looking to volunteer, just remember, cheer on the runners.
Yes.
Be kind and cheer them on, and you'll do great.
Yeah, and you know, when they misunderstand a hint, you gotta talk to them telepathically and
I
tell them
tried.
not to quit.
I tried so hard.
I blame British internet. Didn't quite get through.
It's clearly the distance. You know, it had to try to cross an ocean, and that's a long ways to try to move.
Yeah.
True.
I just didn't quite have the strength today to get it all the way across the ocean.
No, I don't blame you. Yeah, I know very well that I am very far away from the US. Anyway, yeah, no, but yeah, no, kind of, yeah. From the looks of it, from what it appears to be, you know, it looks like just the runners just going through dungeons. Jim's in Tot G. I believe out of the 3 runners left, I think Jim is the first behind because the others have done both Tower of the Gods, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they both have.
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
Both Alex and Jasnix still decided to peek the top of Headstone.
And I don't quite understand why Alex decided to get stored. Oh, he's just setting up for the big key skip. Gotcha. Never mind.
Makes sense, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to be very confused because my brain switched where Alex and Jasnix were, and I was like, but Jasnix got the big key.
Yeah.
Yes, Jasnix did. Alex is not Jasnix.
Alex, I don't think has not.
I can keep my runner straight.
Yeah. It's easy.
They clearly know who is who.
Easy. They all have different models. They all look different. It's almost impossible to associate them with each other. Plus, it doesn't make sense because all we are looking for Alex. Oh no, Alex! So sad.
Oh, just a little bit short. You can do it. I believe in you. You
Well,
got
now that
this.
he's voided out, he's lost his storage, so he
You
can't.
can't do storage. You're gonna have to go find your big key, but you can do it, and you're gonna do great, and it's gonna be awesome. Your
And
hands
Alex
will
is
excel.
just looking for the Triforce, so
Mm-hmm.
And
that is
welcome
nice
in
on his part.
ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. I am super glad you're here. I believe you were playing Zelda 2 Randomizer? I might be wrong. I think that's what I saw that y'all were playing. But we are happy you are here. We are playing Wind Waker Rando. This is the first qualifier for Season 6, and it sure is
It
a seed.
has been a qualifier.
It's been a thing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely I can imagine that this qualifier has definitely been a learning experience for many runners, including myself. So it's been very interesting and pretty typical for a first qualifier.
So technically, no one will be qualified from this qualifier. The way that it works here in our tournament is you can race up to 4 times, but your best 2 are what count, and you have to have at least 2 that you do for them to count for your score to know if you qualify. So this will help a number of people be halfway to qualify.
And then I believe we take top 24 or 16 if we don't have 24, but I feel like that's not going to be an issue this year.
But I'm bad at math, so don't trust me on math.
Yeah, it's top 24 into the main season 6 bracket, and then the rest are into the Challenge Cup, which is kind of where the it's kind of where everyone goes if you don't qualify.
Yeah. It's time to see if my prediction of of Basement having Leaf is right.
That would be really gross if it is.
It would be absolutely disgusting.
Alternatively, I must say, I do think that Keith is going for Employee of the Seed.
Keith tend to do that a lot. They're annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Kenyon mentions in chat, yeah, it's kind of crazy how Jazz and Alex are both very, very close right now. It looks like they're from the trackers on the restream, it looks like they're pretty much at the same point logically in the game. So yeah, it's very interesting to kind of see. Honestly, it's just interesting to see what will happen with these 2 runners and if they'll continue to be synced or if one will pull ahead. It looks like Alex right now is kind of struggling with this strat here. This is a very awkward strat, I will admit. We're trying to skip half of this because normally at this point, 99 out of 100 seeds you will have the leaf at this point. So normally you would just skip this with the leaf strat, but unfortunately these runners don't have the leaf. Yeah, so they're having to do this strat, which honestly I forget most of the time. I think I do remember it now, only because I had to relearn it 2 weeks ago. It's a very forgettable strat, where you essentially have to angle things in a very specific way and stuff. I want to say Alex's on Alex's screen, I think that Medley should be in the on the top of the statue there.
Yeah, typically she is, but it looks like he's trying to use her to destroy all the walls.
Yeah, he might be using another method, which in that case is totally fair.
Alright, are we gonna do a peek? I guess we're not gonna do a peek. It's fine, it's fast either way.
Yeah, it's spiky anyway. Jasnick's probably knew that, right? No peek necessary. Another
Bottle.
empty bottle. That's our third.
Oh, that was bait. How rude. How rude.
Only
Ugh.
one more bottle out there somewhere in the world.
Will we get bottle percent? Oh, it did have to be. Because of the hint. Oh my gosh, Jukinian, you are so smart and I am so
Well, I don't. Did Jasnix check three Slavos room?
Yes.
I think he did. Yes, he did. Yes.
He did.
Okay, I missed that.
Jukinian, you get bonus points not only for tracking but also for being smart and understanding hints. Well, that's terrible. We totally love that. Yup, leaf and winter bowl.
How is this not a plan though? How is this not a plan though? This sucks.
Blame Cubs.
Cubs, in the nicest way possible. This seed sucks.
In
Blame
the nicest
Cubs.
way possible, yes.
Look, y'all idiots asked me to roll. I don't know what else you expect.
I'm not gonna blame you. I'm just gonna blame, I don't know, your DNA mixed with the power of the randomizer.
No, Cubs is just giving Trez a break because we're always blaming Trez. So Cubs said, I got you, Trez, you can take a day off.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, how nice of him.
Alex also gonna pick up this bottle, but I don't think he has the big key. Or I don't think he's even checked that. So,
No, I don't think he's checked where the big key is. Although this is clearly not the big key. It has
yeah, obviously.
So Jim has just finished his first dungeon, whereas Jasnix here has finished his second.
It's absolutely insane how, like, we're an hour and 45 minutes into the seed almost. This is around the time when you'd be finishing most seeds, and neither of the runners are in go mode from what it looks like. They're all still quite a way out.
Yeah. Alex choosing to leave instead of just, I don't know, go find the big key and finish out the dungeon.
Yeah, we have had 6 DNFs now, so that's a significant chunk of the runners for this race.
Which hopefully that will be all the DNFs we get, but only time
Not
will
a
tell.
very kind seed. So yeah, throwing bombs can help. It can kill some of the extra foes to reduce the number of cycles you have to be able to fully defeat. The 3 longest dungeons, with Leaf in the last dungeon we're going to. Yep. Oh hey, okay, no, it's back. You know, I should probably still refresh anyway, just because it did pause for me for a second. There we go. Woohoo, it's a good thing I was a few seconds behind there. You know what, you are so right. Ganondorf is absolutely gonna have a bad time.
100%.
Oh yeah. We don't have Hammer, huh? Oh, we do have Hammer. Why did I think we don't have Hammer?
Yeah, it was
I
an
don't
ET.
know. The whole no leaf thing is just messing with
There's
my
our
brain.
leaf!
Ah!
The first check of Wind Temple has our leaf.
Well, we found it. We sure did find it.
It is
Yep.
quite insane, actually, how little, like, even this long into the seed, how the runners have like very few shards. There's still, I think the runners still need at least like 2 or 3 shards, maybe more.
Yeah, I believe
The leaf does exist.
Alex only has 3, and he's beaten 1 boss, so I guess we're looking for like, what, 5, I think?
Yeah, something like that. This seems crazy.
The leaf does exist. At an hour and 45 minutes in.
Yeah, all we needed was the hammer, iron boots, command melody, and yeah, I think that's it. So we only really needed 3 items to get the leaf.
Yeah, you really only need the full Triforce, the Master Sword, and a shield.
Yeah.
Well, no, 4 items. You also need your lights.
Oh, that's
You
true.
really only need 4 items to beat the game.
Alex has not beaten ET. He
says.
went for big key skip and failed, and then he left the dungeon without going back.
Dasnix, I agree.
Alrighty. I do have to say, that is a nice, stunning blue on those pea hats. Quite like the color that Alex has going for him.
Yeah, it's kind of nice how Alex has like got like the randomized enemy color. Kind of makes it look a little bit interesting.
I feel like I can never do it because of the choose, really, are my only real good reason for not doing randomized colors.
And that is the big key for Jasnix. Very well. No big key skips for Jasnix today.
I didn't quite catch it, but I think that center or middle of hub room is spiky.
Alrighty. There we go. I feel like I never have a lot to say whenever we're hanging out here in Wind Temple.
Yeah.
You can go up, and then you can go down, and then you can go up, and then you can go down, and then you can use your hook shot to do a trick that I do not want to know how long it would take me to actually be successful at. Yeah.
It is a pretty simple trick. It's not that hard.
Jeez.
It's pretty beginner friendly. You just have to back up into the wall and then pull out your hook shot and deal with the collision.
So, I would like to note, we need 4 more pieces of cheese. One of them is on the boss. Is there going to be 3 more pieces of cheese here in this dungeon because Hyrule is dead?
Well, 2 of them are on the boss, so there's Jalhala.
Oh yes, I forgot that Alex didn't beat Jalhala.
Yeah.
So are there going to be 2 more pieces of cheese in this dungeon?
So yeah, we are looking for 2 more pieces of cheese before we hit go mode for Alex, at least. Or I guess for both of them.
One is on Outset Fairy? Okay, thank you, Jakinia. I missed that at some point, quite possibly at my point of misery, pretending to be psychic and not doing very well.
Yeah, shout out to our trackers for dealing with this mess of commentaries.
They're really great.
They are the best. Don't know what we'd do without them.
we would probably be even more confused.
Probably. Let's stay late.
Alright, and a side hop, 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 side hop. Right, and nope.
Oh,
yes, still got it. Still got it.
Clean.
Ooh. And we do know that it does indeed pay to go the left side today. Great question. So the hint was bottle is in headstone. The way this works is it's in the quadrant, and so in this case, Earth Temple is in the quadrant of headstone.
Yeah. Also, just for like another example, the other day I was running a seed that was there was a sword on outset, and it happened to be grandma mail, which we all associate with mailbox, but that hint system will associate with outset. And Jim will get his hammer here.
Yeah, so it's based on like the tracker and not just like the game.
Well, it's based on the game, not the tracker.
Did I mix it up? I bet I did.
Yes.
I'm not very good. My brain gets too
That's okay.
busy. We've been at this for almost 2 hours.
Yeah. I've definitely caught like 5,000 things that I've misspoken about.
This is quite a painfully long seed. Like I feel like most top runners would probably be finishing around now. This is around the time when I would be finishing a seed, for example. Yeah. Is that okay? Kenyon makes a statement in the chat saying Headstone Baron means Headstone and Earth Temple. Is that really true? Because that's I don't
think that's true.
I only would disagree with that because Earth Temple Baron is itself a separate hit.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, Jazz Nukes. So sad.
My guy.
I don't know enough about hints to know if that is true.
I guess it would make sense if it used to work that way, actually. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way anymore.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if it did work that way once upon a time.
People in chat are still saying Headstone Foolish means both. There'll be something I'll definitely ask about or pay attention to myself next time I get a Headstone Baron hint.
Yeah.
Okay, Jazz doing a little bit risky here. It's good though. We see words. I'm watching this on Twitch, by the way, so everything's happening in 10 seconds. It's like,
fair.
wait.
So I think that's also something to consider, though, is also like if you get a Headstone Baron hint, but if you don't have Earth Temple as one of your needed temples, meh. Then it's not as helpful because it's only telling you about one check. Season 4 is a little bit outdated. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Are the settings the same though? Alex now going
S4
back
I
to
think
finish the job.
was S4 the season where we had subs.
S4 was the season where we had subs and no starting sword, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the season where I kind of started playing this game. Sort of,
Is Alex
not really.
in Go mode?
I am not sure I would say S4 was the best season. Subs were not
It was definitely a
fun.
I feel like it was a love it or hate it season. I know many people who passionately love season 4 settings and like stuff like that, but I also know people who like have issues with it. So it's like, you know, it's like you love it or hate it. I feel like, you know.
I think it's just for whatever reason my brain can never remember where the subs are. And so whenever there's subs, I'm always going to be like, there's going to be checks that I don't ever know or remember if you've gotten them or not, because my brain just cannot remember where the subs are.
Especially if you play without a tracker, I can understand that point of view.
Well, it's just for me as a commentator or a tracker, like I'm just not going to know.
For sure.
It's just not how my brain works. My brain like, says, subs, who needs that information?
It is also what I guess like you bring up like commentary, but yeah, I guess like there's obviously a different experience from how viewers experience you to how runners experience you. Like some runners can really enjoy some settings, but then they just be like really weird to watch because they're like, again, as you say, submarines. You're like, oh, where are they? Stuff like that. But yeah, again, it's just I think a lot of it's down to personal preference. Again, I know a lot of people who love season 4 and love and its settings. I also know a lot of people who dislike it. Personally, season 4 was not my favorite settings. Not that I think they were objectively bad. They just, as I said, they just weren't my favorite. But yeah, no, it's just, you know.
I mean, it was fun. It's just I accepted that I was always going to be confused about the subs.
Also, I guess it's worth pointing out right now, and I don't know how long ago this happened, but both Jasnix and Alex are in no mode. So they have all their shards, and all the shards that are left are either hinted or on the bosses. But
we are approaching 2 hours, and no one has yet to finish. If that doesn't, if this was scream a wacky start to the tournament, I don't know what does.
Oh, I don't think Alex realizes he's in no mode.
Maybe not. He's 1 shard below Jazz, though.
Yeah. Oh. I guess maybe that was marked.
Jelhala. Alex has not beat Jelhala.
Well, yes, Alex just beat Jelhala.
Oh,
I guess that's where the 5 count came from.
How am I just like missing things that are happening? Where is my brain today? Happy 2 hours, everyone.
Happy 2 hours.
Stay hydrated.
And now Alex is in no mode.
Alright. Come on, yeah! That was a good little snipe. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Love seeing it. Bye bye, Mulgara. Thank you for visiting.
I also missed Alex picking up the big key, but that's fine. He must have it if he's trying to go right now.
At this point, I'm just assuming they know better than me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably a fair assumption. Now Jasnix just needs to go back to Outset, and everything in the world will be good.
Jasnix would like to note, has Boss Key. Does Boss Key skip?
Does he? Nice.
He would like
a major
this.
flex.
Yes. I mean, I will always remember the time that it was nighttime and Tanjo roll clipped into Mesa's house. I'll never forget that.
Classic.
It was successful on the first try, but it was nighttime.
If I had to predict Joker, I'd probably say either Jaznix or Alex. Jaznix has a little bit of a lead on Alex.
Yeah.
No boomerang strats on Mulgara. Sad.
True, true.
Cat Jam.
It looks like Jim is also going for half-room strats.
Jim,
And
interesting
Jazznick is
way
going
to
be
break.
Fairy Fountain. Alright. You can do it, get a good snipe. And just a little bit too late.
And there's the go mode for Jaznix.
Yay, our first go mode.
Nice.
How exciting. You are certainly free to ride or die, however, Jim is absolutely not winning this race.
Yeah.
Um,
The hints messed everybody up.
the hints were unkind today.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean, the entire seed was unkind, but especially the hints.
Yeah, no, the entire seed was unkind. That is a true statement. Very much a true statement. Yeah. And it looks like that will be a cleanly done half-room strat. Very good. Very, very good.
I wonder if Jim will look at this chest and think, hey, that's the bottle. Or not.
I did not look at that chest and think, hey, it's the bottle.
I definitely didn't either, so...
Because you know who's smarter than me? Kenyon. So this is just Quals, so there's no elimination yet at this point. Shh, Kenyon, don't tell them that. I'm trying to give you credit and make you look good.
Yeah. Yeah, treat tracking like an interview, you know? Or being smart like an interview. You never reveal yourself until they catch you. Alex struggling here a little with Soup Dupe. There we go. Should have been able to make that jump with how much magic he had anyway, but it's always better to err on the side of caution.
Mm-hmm.
I hate falling from this height, just because you don't void, you just have to go run back up.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's start climbing some stairs. And that is into the fairy fountain for Alex. Very good. Now, coming up here, this is where we are going to be once again very happy we picked up that extra quiver earlier. It's just always nice to have those extra arrows here at the end game.
It really is. Gotta return to the mini blend settings. They were the best settings. Or at least mini blend starting items.
Oh, what a rude little dark nut there.
Yeah, Jazz trying to kill both of them at the same time, and the guy at the front was just like, yeah, how about you don't? And they just kind of whacked him. Yeah, and Jazz starting up again.
Alrighty.
Missing the opening shot.
First shot in.
First shot. Second shot.
Second
good.
shot. Very good.
A very clean
Ooh,
PG-1
very
all
nice.
around.
That was
Very
like
nice.
four or five shots. I think that was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about how many you'd want to have, ideally.
Yeah, it was 4 shots. It was very clean. Very clean.
Four is very good. Like, hitting all of them minus the opening is like pretty much. It's not quite perfect, but it's close. It's what you'd want.
Alrighty, and that is a barrier that is getting broken for Alex. Meanwhile, Jim is now entering Jelhala. You know, I must say, we really didn't find much in the way of meme from our mail today.
Yeah. I mean, it did have Furor's Pearl and Hookshot.
Meme.
So we
I'm saying our memes because the only place we can really get our memes since we have chest size matches content is in meme.
Oh, gotcha.
Right, because otherwise they're not gonna open up chests that aren't spiky.
Jazz is just barely missing that last shot as well. Unfortunate. He almost got it, but he didn't have lights equipped. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
Nice shot,
him. Oh, got it though. Nice.
I also wouldn't have believed you, Alka. This sure has been a seed.
Yeah, most seeds, I feel like most season 6 seeds are usually around 1 hour 50, if not below that. Top runners. It's about often what I get as well.
Alright, coming up. Just a little bit too early, I think.
I think that 150 is it was pretty late for season 5. Season 6 things are ever so slightly longer than season 5. So 1 hour 50 minutes are a little bit more heard of. Like, I think I did a recent unrecorded race where I got a 153 and Advocate got a 154. Yes, I'm segueing this into a sample flex that I beat Advocate one time. But anyway. But yeah, no, I know it just goes to show that like sometimes these things will go over 150. Not bad. Very rarely over 2 hours though. If it's over 2 hours, that's a long one. This. We've been staring at literal hell for the past 2 hours and 10 minutes. So yeah, that pretty much statistical.
But I don't know. These are the 3 longest dungeons.
Also, yes, Jazix's rope climb. I just want to bring attention to that.
I mean, these are the 3 longest dungeons, and our leaf was in the last dungeon we went to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this seed sucks.
Very clean PG-1 for Alex.
I don't think I can. Oh, that was a good pub again.
Very good climb.
It was over before I realized it started.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I'm sorry, I'm out here complaining about how the seed is bad, but honestly, yeah, Alex, bro, that was
that's fair.
Clean.
Very clean.
Very clean.
Beautiful. Well done. Great job.
I'd like to say I've seen a seed worse than this, but I don't think I can say that for certain. I feel like this is the worst seed I might have ever seen in existence, actually.
Wow, what an honor for Cubs.
In race settings, of course, I've seen way worse All-Sandy, but All-Sandy's kind of in a different.
All-Sandy's a
Double
different
grip,
beast.
double grip for Alex.
Nice.
Dang.
Alex is like.
Alex is popping
Alex
off.
is on fire.
If Alex had not put off Valhalla fight, I think he might be in the race for like first place. And that is a GG's to Jasnix.
Nice, Jasnix winning the first qualifier.
Woo.
Yeah, just a reminder to everyone that Jasnix won the Challenge Cup for Season 5 and placed 3rd place at SGL last year, so, you know, he's definitely improved, definitely since then, given that he's won a qualifier, and I want to say he's joined.
Yep, he's here. GG's Jasnix.
How did I won that? What?
Yeah,
How?
lots of people got tripped up on the bottle hint and thought that bottle was top of Headstone. So that put a lot of people in, like, it DNF'd 6 people, I think.
Oh my god, what?
Including
and
myself.
then, yeah, including Kit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, being able to read that logic and get it was a big play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you know where you found your leaf. So...
Yeah. Oh my god, what in the... what? How did Cubs manage to conjure up Magic in Taji, Hammer in left side ET, and then to come, like, to end off, you have Leaf in Wind Temple. What in God's name is that?
Yeah.
How did he do that?
Shut up, you won. You're welcome.
I said this before, but there's no way this like isn't a plan.
Yeah, no, this has to be a plan though. This is
joking, but
way...
like this is if someone was making a plan though, this is the type of stuff that they would do. Honestly,
this is just...
Yeah, I think logically you were forced to double dip Wind Temple and Tachi if you did it logically.
Yeah.
Granted, who follows those rules?
It's just a suggestion.
Yeah. So anyway, Jasnix, how else did you feel about the seed? What did you think?
I thought I played really... I thought I played well in the beginning, and then as the seed kept going, my brain kind of started rotting. So, like, I think my Wind Temple kind of showed. It was like, oh, I have the boss key, so I decide to store a chest and then void out, and then store another, then jump off the top of tall enemies, store a chest, and then realize, oh wait, I didn't have to do any of that. So, yeah, that was fun.
GG's to Koala, finishing second, our favorite koala.
Nice.
GG's Koala.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but you know what? I'll take it. First in a qualifier, I am happy about that.
Yeah, nice chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have more deep questions to ask you, but I think we all kind of have a little bit of brain rot after this seed.
Yeah. And that's GG's to Alex.
GG's to Alex. Woo!
Who I think will also be joining us, so.
But yeah, no, it was pretty painful. I know I like a tiny bit of suffering in runs, but I thought it was painful. Which really says something.
Hey, I'm biased. I ran the seed, but I'd argue this is too much.
Oh, can I also just quickly talk about the letter chain, the Moblins, the Maggies on Maggie into Moblins on Cafe Bar, and then into a joy pendant. It was
Alex.
Alex,
GG's.
GG's.
Welcome.
How did you enjoy the seed?
Enjoy is a very interesting choice of a word. I'm honestly not too mad. I'm just kind of impressed with how bad it actually got. Like, that was atrocious.
Yeah. I agree.
You didn't really fall for the bottle hint.
I did fall for it.
Did you?
Yeah, I got the basement
No,
chest with half
no.
run
When
strats.
we
I think
say
that
fall
cost me
for
the
the
race too.
bottle hit, that's
No.
not what we mean.
No, yeah, we mean top of island check, looking like it was a bottle or something. I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
How
I
did
didn't
you
fall for that.
How did you read it, Jaznix? Like, did
I
you
knew.
think that it had to be top of island, or did
No,
you?
no, no. I knew
Did
that.
you just misspeak?
No, I knew that. I know how it works with bottles. I mean, wait, was Top of Island a bottle?
It was
No.
a wallet.
Top of island was
It
a
was the
wallet, which led to
that
your
you
first
needed for your bow.
and your
Yeah,
second
yeah.
bow was logically locked by your first bow. Because it was
Yeah.
on
Okay. Okay. So yeah, no, because I already know this because this has happened a bunch where it's like if it shows up in a dungeon entrance area, then it can be in the dungeon. So I knew about that, so that did not faze me at all. I already knew that. So yeah,
I
no.
don't know. It looked like it phased you for quite a while. Oh, sorry.
I just didn't check it. No, that was just me not wanting to check it.
That was Kit. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
No,
misarranging
you're-
streams.
No, I mean it's also like it's kind of fair to not want to check it, right? It's kind of out there until you're ready to go into Earth Temple.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
understandable.
That's the thing with Top Headstone, yeah, anyway. But no, yeah, for me it was like, I got to like an hour and 8 minutes in or something. I ran out of checks, and I'm like, well, it can't be like this, that, or the other. It can't be Top Headstone, because that's a bottle. And so, you know, and then I looked like a moron for like 10 minutes deciding what to do. I'm like, okay, well fine, I'll just like forfeit, and I don't know, I'll just play better another day. And then I got in here, and then they told me how hints work, and I'm like, okay, I should have known that, because like I swear like a week ago I had a seed with the exact same scenario, but I don't know, it just didn't. I guess I just didn't learn my lesson. But I feel like after today, if it isn't burned into my brain, I'd be very surprised. So yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Alex, your other thoughts on the seed since you recently finished.
I got to show some cool stuff off, like key smuggling, because I was really stupid and forgot to grab the big key from mini boss room in Earth Temple the first time around, which I really should have. That cost me so much more time.
It
So
really
I thought
did.
I was going to take my storage and I was just going to go, you know, clip into the boss room, but I forgot that you need Hurricane Spin or Leaf, and so it was just kind of, yeah, that was pretty rough. But I think those two things cost me the most time in this race. And there were other small things, but I think at least everybody suffered, I'll say that.
Yes.
Nobody had fun this season.
Classic. Everybody suffered. Also, GG's to Gold Quiver, who also recently finished
Yeah.
after Alex in 4th place.
Qualla had
yeah.
fun, apparently. Qualla is the only one who had fun this entire race. So.
Congratulations, Qual. You are the winner of fun. Yay.
You're the winner of life. Finding joy in suffering.
Yeah,
is-
door
is
canceling
the-
into Wind would be insane this season. Thinking back at it, like just Leaf just
Yeah.
sitting there, you know?
Yeah, that would have been
I know.
like a prime move.
I'm just gonna like just mention something that Linanthi said in chat. It said won't be surprised if this is Jim's first seed. I know Jim has done some season 6 seeds as like rough practice here and there. Like I think he did a race yesterday, I want to say, with you, Jaznix, and like some other runners.
Yeah.
So he's definitely done a few here and there, but yeah, no.
Yeah. He only has participated in non-recorded ones though, so
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
also that.
Yeah. So it's just been quite the race. Now with that, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, when we started out, you were the first one to get the bow, and we were all like, "Oh yes, that's our bow!" And then our bow was bow locked, and then our bow was bow locked, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah, I
very
mean-
exciting seeing you get the bow.
I was happy with my, well, I guess kind of related to a bow. I was really happy with my Leafless Tot G. I only had like a couple tiny mistakes, but I made some like that tight cycle in the room with the eye switch before the stone tablet. I made that cycle, which I was happy about. And then I almost made it across the grappling hook room with the second eye switch, like in one swing. I was happy about that, except I sword slashed into the wall and fell into the abyss. Other than
Yeah.
that, first try floor 1 skip without leaf. Pretty happy with that, so I can't be too mad about my performance. Just some small, stupid things, and then the seed being rough, so.
GG's to lyrics. Yeah, the fact that it's always so hard when we like just don't have a leaf for Tachi. It's
Yeah.
yeah. What I can tell you is I look forward to reading the comments after the race is over.
Yes, that's true.
Let
I'm
me
just
leave an
waiting for
angry
the race to
comment.
finish.
Yes, please leave a comment for me to read.
Rate this big seed.
Rate this Wind Waker seed 0 out of 100
Yeah.
based on, the traditional American grading scale.
Yep. I'm gonna leave an angry Yelp review.
Here
Jazz-
is a comment.
Go ahead.
I don't know. So, I also wanted to just check in and see how y'all were doing. A fun little joke which we made at the start of the race before we knew the race was going to be like this. Is, oh hey, it's Skyward Sword Rando here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got second place in last week's weekly. Ignore the fact
Good
that
job.
it was a fluke and 2 of the runners DNF. Ignore that fact. And there were 4 runners, so ignore that fact. But I got second place.
Hey, second place is second place.
There have been many seeds where I've got second place only because that was last place, but still.
Hey, that's a place.
I've technically gotten first place so many times in races where I am the only participant.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I think that's hard. If you're a participant and you get second place, then I feel like I feel like you win, just sheerly on doing something that's impossible,
Yeah.
It was clearly just a race against your PB.
But I lost the race today, apparently.
Or you
By a
invent
large
time
margin.
travel and go back and race yourself.
And bye bye Mulgara.
Yeah, just curious, did you get the bottle in the big key chest or temple?
Yes, I did.
Okay, looks like everybody did it then. We're all
I
equally
was
stupid.
honestly, it's that like the biggest gut punch. It's like, oh, okay, it's a spiky. Okay, it's my leaf. At least I have this for the end. And then you're just like, oh yeah, there was a bottle hint the whole time that I
Yeah.
totally forgot
Ugh.
about.
Yep.
They're going such a huge time save.
It's a bottle hint we totally didn't spend a long time talking about here on
Yeah.
Restream, and then not totally forgetting that it was a bottle.
There won't be, 5 minutes of the restream watch back where we're just talking to Jim and KitKat to go back to Headstone and equip their bait bag.
Yes, this is true. I might have done a lot of that. Yes, it truly is blame Cubs in this case. Yes, just blame Cubs.
100%.
That's my opinion of what Cubs' face is making right now.
On the bright side, Qualifier 2 will be better than this. It can't get much worse. So
Yeah,
we've got
Qualifier
that to
2
look
is
forward
going
to.
to feel so much better.
Don't jinx it. I don't know if you guys believe in superstition, but I think this seed is enough to convince me.
This is what you're saying. This is just going to be like the best of season 6 calls. I mean, I hope not.
The best? I don't know. I don't know about the best of season 6 quals, but
I sure hope this is. I sure hope my statement is not true. Honestly, just like a normal seed, I feel like would be a walk in the park. Just replying to what Nanthi was saying in the chat about how Qualified to be a walk in the park. Just like I feel like if we were to boot up a seed like now, I feel like I just like even if it like objectively, even if it like sucks by like objective standpoints, I feel like I'd still find it way better than this. Because again, you can't get much worse than this.
You don't like full leafless Taji and Earth Temple, and your leaf actually baiting you into first chest Wind Temple? You don't like that?
Alternatively,
Believe it or not, this is not the type of seed that gives me joy.
once this is done, I'm going to have to DM Montgall and ask him to rethink volunteer first, think later. Because I think volunteer first, think later really would have benefited him on his enjoyment scale today.
I think I'm gonna go schedule a therapy session.
I feel like everyone who decided to not race is the real winners here.
The DNFs, everybody who DNF probably won, to be honest.
Well, no, I DNF'd because the seed sucked, so...
The ahead is truly right today.
Crane is the winner here because, from what I could tell, he says that he DNF'd before the seed sucked, so... You know, he left early. He didn't have to, like get tortured like the rest of us.
Hey,
Yes,
I mean,
Crane is the true winner of today's seed.
I feel this seed was painful, but at least I get a nice quality spot, so I'm okay with this. I'm perfectly fine with this result. I wouldn't have it any other way.
As I feel like you're biased here.
Just a little.
As we are entering Hyrule, I would once again like to give some shout-outs before we get into our fights coming up here. A huge shout-out, once again, as always, to our trackers for helping make this make a little bit more sense. We love and appreciate them. Thank you so much. Also, of course, a big shout out to our runners for dealing with this seed. Yeah, they're all
and
great.
to our restreamer who rolled the seed.
Shout out to Cubs. This sure was Cubs. Shout out to Pick 6 for GGing and coming in 6.
GG's picks.
Very nice picks.
And of course, shout out as well to Kai here, our other commentator, who's joining me here talking about this game today.
And shout out to yourself, which I totally 100% don't know how to pronounce your name, but but I didn't want to bring it up all seed, so.
Perfect.
Pix was one of the Challenge Cup runners, so I'm glad to see him having such a strong performance. Same with Tweety.
You mean Mini Blins runners?
Mini Blins, not Challenge Cup, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mini Blins.
Challenge Cup, mini blends, everything just blurs together. I apparently thought that a spoiler log tournament I mistook for Season 5 earlier today, so we're doing great.
It happens,
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in the community for so long, things tend to blur together into one. Honestly, there was an RSL tournament. Yeah, because I remember that definitely.
GG's to Tweety. Welcome in, Pix. You did great. Super proud of you for finishing. This was quite the seed.
Yeah.
think
But, I always
We'll
like getting
see.
my shout-outs in if we have a situation like this.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Ah.
the times for season 6 are just going to be not enough of a difference, but I think they're going to be around the 150 range on average, given the seeds we've had so far, which is definitely a lot larger of a gap than the season 5 seeds. Because season 5 seeds were, 130-ish, and we've only added great fairies and no starting magic, and it's made this much of an impact, which is kind of crazy to think about.
So, GG's to Sir Kilp and welcome in, Tweety. You did great. You finished this seed. It was a tough one to do. You did wonderful.
Yes, absolutely, Tweety. proud to see my mini Bloons runners out there, my comrades.
Oh yeah, we didn't have a starting party because we removed that with the 1.10 build, so
Yeah.
that's another change. That's the only 3 I can think of, though, which is kind of insane.
And hey, now everybody who, or at least Pix and Tweety, as far as, being new runners and mini Blinn runners, have the right to say that they beat Jim at least once.
Yeah, this is true. Slap that on your resume.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's like,
Certified gamer.
yeah. I mean, under normal circumstances, Jim is like, pretty good runner. I remind you, he was the runner-up in the Speed Gaming Live tournament that happened late last year, losing only to Advocate, who was the guy who pretty much won everything last year. So, I mean, yeah, today probably hasn't been very great for Jim. It hasn't been very great for a lot of people. But, Jim the as a runner is definitely, most of the time
It is.
a very fierce opponent.
It is no small feat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I am considering how I will make my brackets this year because Butter messed up my bracket last season. I want to have a better bracket. I had the best bracket of season 4, and I want to get best bracket again. And that is a very good phase 3. And we are about to head into our final boss for a restream.
Yeah, just a note, there are obviously many other runners here, like Rick the Husky, Montgol Phoenix, Tomodachi, Huff, just to name a few, who are still running as well. So just the 4 restream runners here aren't the only runners here. But yeah, no, it's we're just kind of getting finished up here.
Oh, I think Jim's gonna fail this. Oh. I thought he took a step too forward at the very beginning.
Yeah, I don't know enough to actually make any comments about that. I just know always have your leaf equipped just in case.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just like if you move even the slightest, you'll fail usually, which always feels bad. It's even worse to void, but if you fall, still feels bad.
So far, following the script, very good.
And GG's
And
to Jim.
GG's.
Nice, GG's.
GG's.
What a race. And we are going to be getting Jim in here for an interview to talk about what a seed this was. What a seed.
It looks like Tomomodachi also finished. GG's to her.
Nice, GG, Momo.
Just a reminder, please do not mention it until it shows up in chat.
Oh, that's my bad.
GG's to Mont for finishing in 10th. Welcome in, Jim. That sure was a seed in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I would have preferred not having the part where I was wondering what the heck I was missing for 20 minutes before realizing that the item hint refers to Earth Temple as well as Headstone.
That caught me off guard as well, Jim, and that's ultimately why I
Yeah, that's
realized
why
that
I
after.
assumed so many people forfeited.
Yeah.
They got tripped up by that.
It's an evil one today, yeah.
You know what else was evil? Your dungeon
Leaf.
order. Your dungeon order was evil.
Yeah. The two worst dungeons to do, leafless, followed by getting the leaf in the third dungeon.
Yep.
And there was nothing else useful in Earth Temple besides just the skull hammer, right? Like
I don't think
It's
so.
a
No.
shard.
There was a shard
Oh, right, there was a
Yeah.
shard, right? Or there was light arrows, right? Or shard right
That
after.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
light arrows.
Shard, lights, hammer. And I think that's
Right.
it.
The shard
Bottle,
was
the
first.
bait
that's what
bottle.
it was. Yeah. And yeah, the bait bottle. Yeah, so in my heart, I got a 217, but that does not reflect reality with wasting 20 minutes.
Rando do be rando sometimes.
And on the bright side, only the top two count for qualifiers. So drop
Yeah.
this one, get first place tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
That's how that works.
Yep.
That said, I think I can say, trying to focus on better things. Mandatory Big Pig. Loved it. Was very exciting.
That's always
That's
good.
true. I even forgot to buy
Definitely.
bait beforehand and got to throw the big pig twice.
I know, it
Oh
was so
boy,
cool.
nice,
We were like,
Jim.
we get 2 piggies.
See, Jim's the real winner here because he got to eat the pig twice. Like, yeah.
I also yeeted the pig twice, but the first time I threw it to, like, I was trying to side hop, and instead of side hopping, it threw it, so I kind of just yeeted a pig into the ground, and yeah, that was fun.
Ah, yes.
What else were actual good things about this seed?
I think
You
throwing big pig
found
twice was it.
magic.
Saving
You found
Grandma.
magic before leave.
Saving
Yeah,
Grandma
we
was a
found
good
magic
thing.
before leave. Oh yeah, that's right. Both Maggie's letter and Moblin's letter were vanilla, and then
That's true.
delivery to Maggie had nothing. So that was a nice useless chain.
Yeah. And the opening to the seat as well, you could just walk right into Pop Print and do everything there.
Yeah.
That was a good starting island. Creep had a good item. It's always nice when Creep has a good item.
Cyclos also had a good item.
Yeah.
The grappling hook was convenient. It lets you not have to worry about double choosing between Thorn Fairy or BPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I'm a little sad because I wanted to show off the climbing up the BPR and shooting the switches with the bow. But then I checked my inventory. I was like, I should probably check this. And then it ended up being grappling hook. So we did a little 45-degree turn and sailed on past.
Yeah, I can't think of any other things that I was like, yeah, this was great. Those were the highlights of the seed.
I mean, and you guys all finished, right? So there's that.
True.
Oh, you know what? Another highlight of the seed, Hyrule was hinted Baron. That was the highlight of the seed. No gambling today. Alternatively, some people will probably disagree with me and say that's a low light of the seed, that there wasn't any gambling today.
Yeah, Vanilla Sword is always cool, in my opinion.
There was no
We didn't
gambling.
have to do maze.
Yeah, it's true. There was just confusion.
Other than that, yeah, I
Well,
can't really think of
any
anything.
closing thoughts? I think that's all I have to say. It was wacky and wild, and I really need to work on my telepathy skills, apparently. Gotta get them successfully going across oceans.
Yep.
Again, y'all asked for this. I don't know what else you expected.
I think my sail said it best. This is fine. With a smiling chew jelly. Background not on fire. I probably should make it on fire.
Well, we couldn't let you have the first one be too easy, right?
True.
You gotta make the rest of it seem better compared to this.
Surely there's nowhere we can go but up.
Yeah.
Surely.
You would think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Surely next time the item hint won't be on Forest Haven with Forbidden Woods as the dungeon.
Or maybe it will be, but because we all had today, we will be prepared.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
we all
this
know
is a reminder for everyone, yeah. Myself
the
included.
knowledge is out there.
Well, GG. Well, okay. I don't know if it's a GG all because I know how some of you feel about the seed, but GG. Congrats on finishing. I think.
Thanks.
Please give all four of our runners a follow if you haven't already. Jim, Kit, Jazz, and Alex. Trackers today, heroes behind the scene, Kidian and Xenu. And the real heroes today, so that I didn't have to do anything at all, Vim and Zai. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Any final thoughts before I start? Before we go ahead and head on out of here?
You all did really great, and I'm proud of you.
Likewise, and I think well played is better than GG's maybe.
I would agree with that.
Fair. Well, with that, we will head on out for the moment. We do have the Ocarina of Time standard, Ocarina of Time Rando Standard NA Weekly coming up here in about 10 minutes. Keep an eye on the schedule on ZSR. I don't know exactly how updated it is, but we have Qualifier 2 tomorrow, I think 4 p.m. Eastern? 2 p.m. When the hell is it? 1 p.m. Eastern.
1
That's
p.m.
when it is.
Eastern,
Yeah.
Yes.
So more Wind Waker Rando then. Plenty else on the schedule as well. With that, want to thank everybody for being here. Appreciate having you all. Everybody stay safe. And we will see you back here next time. Have a good night, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.